Shalom. I'd like to start off with all praises, honors, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harav, to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well and still do. Salutations to the Akim on the highways and the hedges and the four corners, preaching the word of truth and sincerity and in faith. And Shalom to all you sincere listeners. Death and destruction to all you non-believers and scorners. This is meditating in the spirit. A couple of apostles and elders videos, getting edified as usual. As you know, this is according to the world's standards, this is a new year because the world is on Esau's vibration, because pertaining to the book of Job, the 9th chapter, that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. But I'm just giving meditating in the spirit, thinking about a couple of precepts. We're gonna get those precepts. If the Lord's willing, this will be a edifying lesson. It's just here with another electronic epistle, if you will, to condemn and prophesy the downfall of these wicked demonic kingdoms. And as you can see, Esau is done. The picture right here that you see was taken about 10 o'clock yesterday, New Year's Eve, and as you can see, the Edomite is through. He's butt ass naked with a bubble on. And that right there is to show the state of America, you know, under the vibration of you so-called white people, you biblical Edomites, and your day is almost over, you're through. There's another picture right here from far, as you can see all of the liquid on the floor. That's from the drinking that various people were doing on the train, and just a bunch of wickedness. And this is why the men be sighing and crying for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, pertaining to the book of Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, you know. And just fresh out the gate, I'm gonna just get a couple precepts and then close, because there was a lot of people out there when the ball was dropping, and little do they know that most likely they're not paying attention to current events or the news, and how all these other nations are doing missile testing, and also all these other nations are basically thumbing their nose up and sticking their middle finger up at America, saying telling America to kiss their ass, if you will, because they know that America is vulnerable right now, especially pertaining to biblical prophecy. But this right here is the book of Luke, chapter 17, starting at the 26th verse. And as it was in the days of Noah, so it shall also be in the days of the Son of Man. Verse 27, they did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Yeah, and this is exactly what you are seeing. You know, if you watched anything on New Year's Eve, the festivities. As a matter of fact, all you would have to really do, pull it up real quick. See, yeah, you pull up New Year's Eve 2019, as you can see. Yeah, there's many people. That's all you're gonna see is many pictures of people just having frivolous fun. You know, demonic energy. So these people were doing just like as in the days of Noah. This is a prophecy that's coming to pass. Verse 28. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Yeah, and Lot represents the elect. You know, Lord's willing, I'll be part of that number. Because the Lord always chooses a remnant of his people that walk upright and try to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. And he saves them from this upcoming destruction. You know, Apostle Zahar deemed this year the year of Charagma, and rightfully so, because if you've been paying attention to any type of news, you know, they've been you see, the mark of the beast is the microchip, says Elon Musk. That's from the diligent brother Yawanathan, his page GMS Gird Your Loins, you know. You see, petition to stop human implantation of RFID microchip, GMS for Hawaii. So all around, you see people are prophesying about the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. That's found in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter. Also found in Revelation, the book, the 20th chapter, the 15th chapter. You know, just to name a few. And this right here is written in the red letter, letting you know that Yahweh Shah HaMashiach himself was talking. You know, letting it be known that in these days, these people will be not paying attention to current events when the Lord is going to come. You know. Also, wanted to get another precept because regardless of what people want to believe and say, the Lord is going to bring destruction unto these people. This is the book of Romans chapter 3 verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? And the fourth verse answers that. The Most High forbid. Meaning hell no. Yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Yeah, because you got a lot of people sitting here saying that no, the Lord's not going to come back right now. He's going to come back in the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And they're so far from the truth that it's not even funny. Because the Lord told you when he would be coming back. He told, he didn't give you an exact date or time. We don't have that. It's pertaining to the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. Only the Lord knows the day and the hour that he's going to come. But also in that same chapter, I'm going to go to the 32nd verse. And it reads like this. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Yeah, and what is near at the doors is talking about the coming back of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. And how do we know this? You go up further into the previous precepts, and you saw that verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and ye see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. In verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Yeah, and this is also written in the red letter, letting you know that Yahweh Shai was speaking again, talking to his disciples this time. And this is how you know that we are in that time. Because everything that he mentioned has been going on in current events. You know, the wars and the rumors of wars. Watching Donald Trump with his trade talks and his tax tariffs on Japan and North Korea merchandise. You know, their exports. You know, just to name a few. And him also throwing sanctions on other nations like Turkey and Russia for doing business with Turkey and North Korea, you know. So Esau just throwing his weight around, trying to be a big bully, and also separating himself from the EU, that's also biblical prophecy too, you know, pertaining to the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter, how the beast shall hate the whore. All of these nations, they're turning on America because it's biblical prophecy. Also pertaining to the book of Isaiah, the 33rd chapter. It clearly states that when Esau is going to stop dealing treacherously with these other nations and stop spoiling them, which means rob, they're going to do the same unto him, because that's the recompense, you know. I didn't want to make this too long. Let me get this precept as well. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Yeah, if you look up that word recompense, it means a payback. This is the payback that Esau is getting. Because Esau, when you do the history of the creation of America, America was created off of the backs of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the biblical Israelites, which are biblically God's children. And not only that, Esau also raped, robbed, and murdered and extorted the world. So in return, that's what he's going to get. And that's the recompense, you know. This is the Lord's vengeance. Because pertaining to the book of Zechariah, Esau touched the apple of the Lord's eye, which is Israel. You know. Get this real quick. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15. And the reason why I wanted to get this is because if you've been noticing, a lot of people have been being drunk in the street, you know, especially since the due to the demonic folly days of New Year's Eve and New Year's, you know, especially since it's not even a real holiday. And before I get this, let me get another precept. This is the book of Daniel's 7th chapter and the 25th verse. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until the times and the dividing of times. Yeah, this precept, this prophecy is already came to pass and it's still coming to pass as we speak. Because he's wearing out, he had already wore out the saints of the Most High, which are the men of the Lord, you know. And through the Spirit, we believe that those are the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, you know, and the various other men that teach sound doctrine, you know. And clearly, Esau has spoken great words against the Most High. Why do we know? How do we know this? Because he has his own penal code, you know, and that he hides behind. And also on top of that, if you do the research, a majority of these religions, they all use the Bible, but not every law, statute, and commandment. They just use it as a front, you know. Like one thing, the brother, his page is Jew Yorker, GMS Jew Yorker. He made a valid point that in 1983, Ronald Reagan claimed that the United States follows the Holy Bible as the law of the land, and that was clearly the furthest from the truth, because all Esau does is capture the spirits of the people and then exploit them for money, you know, if you will, like pertaining to the book of Psalms, the 50th chapter, you know. And clearly Esau has changed the times and the laws, because the new year doesn't start in the dead of winter when everything is dead. It really starts during the Lord, when the Lord was born, and that's during spring. Because if you do the history on that, the Lord was born in the manger, and the outside when the shepherds were still out there tending to the sheep. There's no way in hell shepherds could tend the sheep in the wintertime. It'd be too cold, you know. But going back to Ephesians, the reason why I brought this out is because this is what the Akim have to do in order to withstand the wiles of the devil. You know, like pertaining to the 6th chapter, when it tells you to put on the armor of the Lord. There's Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Yeah, we're going to look up this word, circumspectly. You know, when you the days are evil, and the days approaching are going to be evil, because men are going to wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived, as you can see, pertaining to the book of 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. Look up this word circumspectly real quick. It says exactly, accurately, diligently. Yeah. So Lord is telling you to walk circumspectly, accurately, diligently, precisely, you know. And the only way to do that is to you gotta walk that fine line. This is Matthew 7, chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Yeah, and this is written in the red letter that, you know, Yahweh Shai was speaking, telling you to go into that straight gate. When you look up that word straight, real quick, it's narrow straight. Really, it's supposed to mean a position of difficulty. Yeah, but probably from the base G2476 narrow from obstacle standing close about straight. We look up this word too. Yeah. Histemi. Uh, yeah, to be of a steadfast mind, continue safe and sound, stand unharmed, to stand ready or prepared, to stand of quality, one who does not hesitate, does not waver. That's what you want to be. You don't want to hesitate. You don't want to waver in this walk, in this difficult walk of truth, if you will. You know, because it also it equates to that precept in Second Ezra, the 7th chapter. You know, in the Apocrypha, how you gotta walk that fine line, and on one side is fire, and on one side is the waters. So you can either get burned up or you could drown. So it's a double-edged sword when you're trying to walk and follow the Lord statutes and commandments of the Heavenly Father through His Son. You know, like pertaining to the precept, the servant isn't above his master. You know, your master had to die for, had to damn near die for, you know, damn near had to die for his crown, and you have to as well. That you got to kill off that old man, you know, and continue in the faith of what you were called into. Let me get this real quick. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 14. For many are called, but few are chosen. Yeah, and this is the case. You see, a lot of people have been called into the mix, but only a few will be chosen, and that few is that remnant. Lord's willing, I'll be part of that. You know? But, yeah, I'm going to just close with that. Lord's willing, you was edified. I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, and shalom to the elect. And death to America, man. This wicked and demonic country, corporation rather, full of devils, man. This place needs to go, and it will go soon. And shalom to the elect.